All right, AMI Radio, of course, serving the 4 states. And my good buddy, my good friend, we go way back, at least a few hours, right? Something like that.
Right, yeah.
Dr. Hanley from La Boussole. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Had you on TV, of course, and now we're here on the radio. And to let the people know, just to let the people know.
That's right. We're awesome. You should know.
I love it. La Boussole, you guys, there's a ton of things, a laundry list of things you guys do. But in particular, we're talking about obesity and the epidemic in this country, really.
Oh, yeah. It's a problem. It's a hot topic, of course. You know, you don't have to go very far before someone's talking about the GLP-1s or some fad diet or some protein drink. It's on everybody's mind.
Fad diets have always been around, in some form or fashion. I think Ron Popeil even had some kind of diet, with the pocket fisherman.
Right.
But, we kind of think we can self-medicate since we have the internet.
Right. And you can't.
And you can't.
That's hype.
So tell me, what should we be thinking about in regards to obesity, not just medication, but management, really?
I think the first thing you think about is you have to be honest with yourself and say, well, how did I get here? Right? Most of us are old enough to remember when obesity was not a common thing.
Yeah.
Right? And we still carry this stereotype of like, oh, this person's overweight, they're obese, they're hiding in the closet or in their basement, eating bonbons and Twinkies.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not it. That's not it at all. The majority of us eat what we'd call a normal amount of food. It's just the wrong food.
Aha.
Right? That's a huge bit of it. We cannot count on what's on the shelf.
Yeah.
We definitely can't count on fast food, right? The portion sizes, the extra ingredients that they put in it, the things that make it, quote unquote, shelf stable.
It's somewhat like a food-like substance, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That is, and it messes with our metabolism. Huh. So when you think about, all right, I'm ready to get on a weight loss journey, you really have to look at the big picture and step back and say, how did I get here?
The pillars that you like to call them, that's one of them. What are some other things as we go down and we're doing a mental checklist? Physical
activity. Okay. That's a huge one. We're busy. Between running around, driving our kids, if we have manual labor jobs, we come home, we're exhausted. And we have this idea that exercise needs to be 1 hour at the gym every day, knocking it back. And that's, yes, if you want to be Miss Olympia, that's where you need to be. Absolutely.
Right.
But really, exercise needs to be a focused, directed, targeted, and consistent activity that challenges your body in a way it's not challenged before. But you can accomplish a lot with 5 minutes a day.
It could be as easy as, instead of parking up close to the store, park at the end of the lot.
Yes, and then when that becomes easy, park a little bit further, walk a little bit faster.
Very good.
Right. That's what we call a plateau. If you're not finding it challenging, that means you've accomplished something. Change it up.
Well, I'm going to run a quarter K. I'm going to start there. I'm not going to run a 5K. I can run like an 1/8 K.
All right.
Maybe?
Do it.
I'll see how quick I plateau on that. One of the other pillars, again, we're going down and we're doing a mental checklist. Somebody's listening going, man, I've never quite heard it put so, I'll use the word holistically or whole-bodied, I guess you could say.
Right.
What's another thing to kind of think about?
So we talked about nutrition a little bit. We've talked about exercise.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing is behavioral modification.
Oh, boo. What everybody look at me for? Behavior modification.
Because we all need to modify our behavior, right?
True.
So behavioral modification is, again, kind of looking in the mirror and saying, all right, what are the wrong things that I'm doing, right? Am I always reaching for a dessert, right? What are my shopping habits looking like?
Ooh.
Am I an emotional eater? Do I drink a little bit too much? Do I eat out a lot? And then when I eat out, is it always a burger or fried chicken or those types of things?
Yeah.
And what is that? Why do I do that? Right? When we check into our lives, we're checking into our habits, the day-to-day things that we repeat that may not be in our favor.
Sure.
And just doing that, just saying, do I really need to have a bagel and cream cheese every morning?
Yeah.
Or do I need to have that 5,000 calorie Starbucks venti every day?
Now, hold on a second. Hold on. New York bagels. Yes, I do.
Well, and they're
Yes,
the
I
best.
do.
They're the best. I loved them too. But then you gotta skim the cream cheese a little bit, right?
You're right.
It doesn't need to be an inch thick.
Yeah, and that's the best too. Okay, you're absolutely right. Okay, I hear it. I hear you now, loud and clear. La Boussole, Dr. Hanley, tell me, whenever we're thinking about crossing the threshold to the office out there, that's scary sometimes for people.
Yes.
To just take that first step. What would you say to somebody that's just, okay, I'm going to take the first step. I'm going to stop by, just have a conversation. What would you say?
Well, I would say give us a call. We're actually pretty nice people, even myself.
Very nice.
Our consultations are free. And so you get the pleasure of talking to me about what it is that is bugging you.
Yeah.
And what your personal goals are. We all have different ideas of what it means to be healthy.
Right.
Sometimes we don't know how to verbalize that or how to really think through what that means.
Yeah.
But if you say, hey, I just want to talk about this, that's what we'll do.
That's great.
And I've had plenty of people who come in and they just said, I don't feel good. And sometimes I don't actually start with the weight loss journey. We end up talking about some other things.
Wow.
But we get people on track in a way that suits them.
Trained at Mayo, the world famous Mayo clinics, and you're a pleasure to be around, and you're pretty neat. And we'll walk you through everything you need to walk through when it comes to, again, it's not just the scale. It's
No.
not just what you get on the scale.
No, we don't care about the scale at all. We care about you saying, I feel good, I'm taking the stairs, I'm breathing better, I'm getting out, I'm having fun, I'm sleeping better, my sex life is good.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. The scale is not important.
La Boussole. How can website, Facebook? What's the best way to kind of check you guys out?
You can go online. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We have our own website, www.laboussolejoplin.com.
Very good.
And just give us a call.
There you go. You heard it.